You are most likely an introvert. You always overthink when you're in social situations. You always feel that pressure, that tension being formed right when a thought pops up in your head, right before you end up saying it. You feel that tension. You feel like you're at a crossroads. Should I say it? Should I not say it? Okay, let's say it, but maybe they laugh at me. But oh my god, we said the last 10 times this happened, we said we are never gonna do this again and we are just gonna say it and take the courage. So let's take the courage, but maybe they laugh. Maybe they won't like me anymore. And while you conduct your inner battles, the topic of the conversation changes and you stay silent, like always. If that's the case, if you want to escape this state and reach a state where you unveil your authentic charisma, then you're in the right place because I've been in your shoes for most of my life, honestly, up until like 1 year ago when I really told myself, enough is enough. I have to do something about this. And I tried multiple ways of these people talking online about this topic, and most of them didn't work, some of them did. And I'm here to share with you my knowledge in hopes that you will be able to achieve what I did. We established that you are an overthinker. You know that already, that you overthink about these topics. Well, overthinkers are generally insecure and anxious people, but that's perfectly fine because we can cure that. We just have to acknowledge it, okay? This is the data of our issue, of our problem. Well, what do you think the most useful thing would be to do? I'm gonna assume you already watched a lot of YouTube videos and tutorials, guides on how to develop social skills, how to seem more confident, the perfect body language to seem confident. You nailed it down already. You even know that you have to have a low inflection of the voice at the end of sentences in order to sound more confident. But that didn't really work, did it? Because these tactics are just treating the effect, not the cause. As nutritionists say that bad restaurants put tasty garbage carbs besides poor meat to hide the low quality of the meat and to actually trick you into believing that the meat is better, that everything tastes better, but it's just the carbs. And this is kind of just like that for you as well, developing social skills while you are still anxious. Well, that's not quite possible. And also, the more information you have on these topics, the more information you know about how to act better, how to seem more confident, what to say to have the proper social skills, that only leads to overthinking, didn't it? So let's imagine a dial. Imagine a dial in which one value, like one extreme, is anxiety and the other extreme is avoidance, right? And you are as far away, as close to the anxiety part as possible, and just like I was. And what's the easier path? What's the thing that will get you the fastest to the middle value, which is the most sustainable and healthy value in general in all domains of life? Well, it's the exact same opposite. If you are at one opposite, you need the exact same opposite, which is carelessness. Carelessness of the outcomes. You don't need social skills. You don't need the confidence tips. You just need to not care what happens. That's it. You have to brainwash yourself into not caring about what happens. Because do you think charismatic people care about the outcome? Do they craft every single bit of their behavior and vocabulary carefully? Because if that was the case, then all these tutorials would be perfectly appropriate. They would solve all the problems instantly. But it's not that easy. Like charisma can't be taught, by the way. Because charisma is unique to you. Charisma is authentic to you. Charisma is in accordance to your personality. I can't come here and tell you how to be charismatic because your charisma is not my charisma. The more thoughts emerge in your brain while you're in the social situations, the worse it gets, the tougher it is to be actually authentic, charismatic, careless. Because in order to be charismatic, you need to be in a flow state. You need your thoughts to flow through your mouth and out. Because flow is the only way charisma is being achieved. But all these tactics create a bumpy road, and flow is impossible in that case. Anxious people tend to put too much pressure, tend to give too much attention to all the small details. That's why carelessness is the opposite, that it's completely needed to reach this state. And how do you achieve carelessness? The black pill. Nihilism. But it's not the life has no meaning at all, so you might as well die and eat junk food, be lazy, and just be idle all the time type of nihilism. It's actually optimistic nihilism. Take some time off social media, even 10 minutes, today, and think about death. I know it sounds dark, but it's valuable. Think about how nothing will matter anymore one day. How your heritage will just be vanished, everyone will forget about you. Maybe not in 1 or 2 years, let's say you establish a legacy, maybe in 100 years people will forget about you, but it will happen, okay? Everyone is forgotten. So why the pressure then? What's the point in acting perfectly, in your opinion of perfect? What's the point in all of that? Is there a point actually? Are we not actually putting too much pressure on ourselves for what? Really, for what? For nothing. Instead of just living life in a flow. And we it might not be such a good idea to get this nihilism perspective in every single domain of life. Although, if you are an overthinker and if you are anxious and insecure, it might be useful. But of course, we could fall into the opposite extreme. But my idea of using nihilism in an optimistic way is just this: understanding that one day everything will be gone, everything leads towards entropy. So we might as well take all the pressure off and make the best of what we have right now. Exactly what you have to do from now on is, in the moment you spot yourself starting overthinking, just extinguish that fire with nihilism. Remember that it won't matter anymore one day. Remember you'll die one day. It's so stupid and dark, but it works. As stupid as it is, it works. And you reach that point of carelessness. And when you act from that position of carelessness, you realize that the feedback you're getting from people is not negative at all, although that's what you expected. You're actually getting good feedback, and there's no pressure. And people are not running away from you. If anything, they are more attracted to you in a way. And that's how you create a positive feedback loop. And you can just iterate, you can let go of the nihilism perspective in time, and just unveil who you are meant to be. Live life with freedom. Because that's what it's all about. We all strive for freedom from all perspectives. And the more official way of putting it, like what we are actually doing through this nihilism, is letting go of the unnecessary pressure we put on ourselves. And letting go is the foundation of mental health in general. So if you're interested in this, I really suggest you look into letting go, and I will come with more videos on the topic as well, but you don't have to wait for my videos. Just take what works for you, because the internet is full of resources. There are plenty YouTube videos about this. Make it work for you. If you feel like you're still struggling with social anxiety, overthinking, being an introvert, I have a link in the description and you can book a free meeting with me. I listen to your current life situation, to your life story, and I'll do my best to guide you out of this rut. See you.